welcome to Trains and Viatic. Hiya Carl and hiya Peter. Good to have you there. Let's give it a couple of minutes for everyone else to turn up. I still haven't posted the prizes out yet as I've been working on my dissertation. But I'll go and get the computer up so that we can see what we're looking at today. So I've got 3 catalogues to look at. We have got the Wiseman, Kirby, Volkmann. We then got the ESU, and then we got the Bachmann. So we have a good range to look at. I reckon I must be competing against somebody today, so I'll make a start. So the first one I got is Wiseman, Kirby and Volkmann. I know I must probably butchering the names. I mainly opened this up for Wiseman because they come up with some quite interesting items. So for Kirby, this is HO. These are mainly plastic kits, but quite an interesting range. So we got a nice modern station building, which is perfect with that logo. You can see they're promoting the Wiseman products to go with it. We then got some vehicles as well, and again promoting other Wiseman products. They then have a racking, which is quite a nice product, something that we could all use quite nicely. And then some fencing, and then industrial building and internal. You got a nice station and windmill. Then you got the Volkmann, which I have got one of their kits, which is the Ghost Train, which I have never shown anyone. But they have a nice station and another building. And then we got the interesting stuff. So there's a shop with LED, but then we got the Wiseman. If you watch Hovermotion, you'll know that he gets some nice little interesting logos. Hi Lee, good to see you there. So these are little locos with jobs to do, and they're coming with working cranes, which I think is quite groovy. So for DCC, MC and DC, working lights, sound, railcom, LEDs and buffers. Hi Chris, good to have you there. So these are quite nice and very expensive. Then you have a signal, which clip into their bases, and then you have some ladies dancing on a pool. So that's quite a nice feature to put in. I always find people come up with some interesting things. Then you got a working ticket machine and a station, and then you got naughty people in the wood with sound modules, for sound module for naughty people in the wood, and chickens. So let's close this one. There we go, and go on to ESU. This is for instructions which have been translated by Southwest Digital, which were the main importer for ESU in the UK, but I don't know the current state of that. But they make the lock sound decoders, which I think are amazing, and they also do the lock pilot, which are same as lock sound but without the sound. So they're saying a bit about the new Lock Pilot 5 and talk about the brilliant Lock Sound 5 and they've done some changes to these. So this is the 21-pin decoder. This is, I can't remember the name of this one. This is one which Batman use now. I can't remember the name of that connection. This is a tiny 21-pin. This is the one that will replace 21-pin. As an interesting one with this connection is you can use different size decoders on it. That's the idea. So, oh, it's a plus at 22. So plus at 22, you can also get smaller versions. So that's quite an interesting one. Then you have some nice drop-in decoders. So these are designed to drop-in replacements for the circuit board you get on some locos. So this one is particular for Kato, and this one's particular for US Kato. This is the new Lock Sound 5 Nano decoder, and this is looking tiny. Then you got Lock Sound FS. And then for adapter boards, these are mainly used in O gauge, where you have a lot of space. And then they have a chart of all the different functions of the different decoders. And a bit more there. But this is the interesting bit. They're point decoders, accessory decoders, have moved a bit further. Like I showed you with DigiKey, I think it is. This one have now got a programming screen. So they're looking at making programming much better. Hiya Anthony, good to have you there. Hiya the Irish Train guy. Hiya Dave Cook. So and hiya to anyone I've missed out there. So yeah, for Switch Pilot, they're now trying to make programming easier. You got a little screen on them. So you got for Plus as well. I'll open up the instruction for these in a second, as I'm finding this quite interesting, how they're trying to make programming of accessory decoders much easier. Hiya J94. So now we got some locos for selling as well. These are all HO. And then for Steam unit. So I'll quickly go and get up the ESU website. If you go into downloads and then instruction manuals, you can then access all the decoders. So this is when you switch Pilot 3, need to set the terms and conditions. I know I should read them, but I normally just scroll through. If I scroll through down a bit and zoom in, you now got 3 programming buttons and a screen to actually make programming your decoder much easier. Then you have the normal instructions, setting up for control of them. Output. I'm trying to find a particular page. So this is the new instructions for setting up the decoders. So you can see you got to 3-line display, so it make programming for decoders much easier. Okay, I'm now going to go into the Batman new range. So for people who don't know, I think everybody out there will know, Batman brought out the new range of the new spring range. There wasn't really much that took my fancy this time, but they're really going heavy into sound. So you can see there's a few nice GWR locos, and there's now a lot with sound fitting, and £90 for the difference between non-sound fitted and sound fitted. There was a lot of chat on the preview about the Class 66 DB Cargo. I personally think Batman still make the best Class 66s. But that's all down to personal preference. One of the big news story was the new mouldings for the Class 20s. So they have actually given these update. So I'm trying to find the information. Yep, here's important information. They know the new tolling going to come with internal cab lights, direction lights, and speaker fitted, and the new plus 22 decoder socket. So that's quite a change. So let me go back here. I must probably end up with another Class 20 as my one's sitting on my desk to be sorted. So let's go on to page 2. I found it amusing with the Batman launch. I saw that on YouTube that they had the announcement, and then I had an email a few hours later saying, we got the announcement, go to this link, which is the link I saw. So that's quite interesting. They also asked us not to share the link, but if you follow Batman on YouTube, you've found out about the launch. So one of the other things I was saying was they're now adding sounds to the 009 locos. Hopefully on the new layout I'll have 009, and I will go for a noisy loco or two. So that footbridge is quite nice. We've got some interesting bits here. And you got a nice pharmacy, Oat House, Northeastern Railway Station. They were really promoting these bits in the announcement, but I didn't find for Batman as anything special. So there was one more I wanted to look at, but I never got set up in time. Who was it? It's the make that Anthony does. Oh, my brain's completely gone today. So I go to Gauge Master, that's where I normally get my information. Brands. and then my brain will come on in a second. If I make it's Martling. Am I does help when I can actually spell. So let me go and put MarkLin new items 2020. Hi Ruth. So for people who didn't catch me saying earlier, I still haven't posted off Christmas prizes yet. Just been doing too much uni stuff. So for new Martling 2021, let's get the PDF and see what new toys they got. So as we know, Martling use a different system to me, so none of these will ever work on my current layout, or I would need to go for a new track system. But Martling also make LGB, which you all know I have an LGB Garden Railway, so it's worth a quick look through. Oh, that's a nice train. That's silver loco. Ah, that's useful. New items. I'll just go through this way. Try to encourage my learning other languages. I think that would be quite an interesting train to get hold of. So how's everyone? Oh yeah, Tritz is the other one. So how's everyone's week been? So I haven't been popping into other people's streams. I've just been trying to think of my dissertation, which I've got 2 weeks left on. That's quite a nice colour logo. So it's a camper van. So yeah, I think Martling does some important stuff for the hobby. They really push things forward. I wish that the English models were really pushing for the same level as the Continentals. But there was a new announcement from I can't remember who. As little features like the lit back light is something I'd love on Overstock. And the smoke generators. Yeah, for new Hornby plastic toy train range remind me very much of a Martling system. So I wonder if there's much plug and play in there. You will be, Tim. I just if you're here for 2 weeks running, I normally make you a banner so that you can promote your own channels, and then if you do too much promoting, I'll remove your spanner so you can't promote your own channel. But as I'm using my PC, I can't easily control the stream at the same time. But I'll quickly put us on that button, which should put me on there, and then I click on that one. You're now a moderator, Tim, and the Irish train guy. Then I can go back to that. And of course, I had somebody else turning up, so once I recognise people, I go and add you as mods. Then it means you can promote your own channel, as I really support people promoting their own channel here. Yeah, it was Acrorail I was talking about. So, I actually have 2 Markling wagons on my layout, which I can't run. Oh, I like that Superman train. That's quite good. I don't think you have a red line against your name, Chris. I haven't seen that. So you got Batman wagon, Aquaman wagons. If you want to run them on a double, you just change the wheel sets. But I think these are groovy. Of course, Aquaman wagon had to be a water wagon. So now we're getting into proper trains. And their Trix range, which use 2 rails. As Martling bought out Trix, Martling, I don't know how far back it is, but Martling is the oldest model railway company. Yeah, he would buy a yellow submarine train. So again, more Trix and Martling. So I've just found looking through these interesting. See you then, Lee. I like that train, nice and long. Everything you need for a good layout. Then more on the wagons. So if you're into Lego, you can get a version of this train. When I get a job, I might actually pick one up. So just carrying on through. I don't know how many pages there are for this. That's quite nice. I like the clean lines on it. Now a bit of passenger stocks. I love the extra detail you get. I do wish that English models had all these details. I know I would lose it and break it within a few days. So, yeah, this is quite an interesting range. Intercity trains. I can definitely see why Anthony go for Intercity. They're a lovely colour. That's quite a nice loco. When I went to Amsterdam a few years ago, I liked all the different trains you saw at the Amsterdam train station. And no, don't put Chris on a timeout. You haven't been that naughty yet. Interesting how they have a lot of military trains. So this looked like it's a rail tempo with a person in it. Beer train. I like beer trains. Hi, Donegal Dad. I know you got to put a name, I can't remember what it was. I'm really useless with names. Yeah, I like the tempo. So what else is there? That's quite a nice train. So some Swiss trains. When I was in 2000 2, I went to Switzerland with the Scouts. I know, you could imagine me as a Scout. And we rode on some of the trains there. I found them really impressive and very, very nice. But the platforms were so much lower compared to our platforms. So they got Class 66 with funny hats on. Oh, it's Mark. That's your name, Douglas Donegal Dad. I am planning to get the parcels posted shortly. It's just actually getting somewhere with the post office. Yeah, I think it was Castersdown. It was a big permanent scout camp there. And it was quite good fun. Apart from trying to order 2 cheeseburgers with 1 portion of chips. I got 2 lots of cheeseburgers with chips and a portion of chips. I got, they just couldn't work that one out, but that was a nice thing. So, French trains, TGV. That's quite nice. It must go quite fast being so streamlined. Yeah, it will. I enjoyed it when I was a Scout. We did get up to mischief, but I won't mention it on live recording. But I learnt so much. It's just weird. That's quite a nice coach. So we've got Belgium, Luxembourg. On one of our cruises, we went to Belgium, and we were told that the trains in Belgium run the same way round as English trains. So that was quite interesting. So we got the digital work train, which Weissman also showed. So Italian trains. When we did our cruise a couple of years ago, we could see a train from the cruise ship when we were at, I can't remember the name of the port, but it was fun watching the trains moving around. So that's the motorised thing. Sweden, lots of trees. Another Class 66 with a funny hat. Rust rail, that's quite amusing. So I think we might be getting close to the end. Oh, Z gauge. That's always interesting, as it's tiny. So Z gauge is minute, not small as T, but tiny. So all of these will fit in your hands. So carry on down. It's amazing the details you can get in Z. I always look at Z gauge when I'm about, as it's just amazing what you can do. As I have seen, you can digitize Z, which I would never want to do, as that's just tiny. Buying too many A4s. That's amusing. I didn't think there was such a thing as too many A4s. So getting near the end maybe. Still on the Z. Do I want to know what of the conversation I'm missing? So carry on down. So it will be depend on voltage you use, what temp it will pull. Yeah, what the train will take. I didn't realise that there were different countries, Zed. Oh, I like that. A coach in an Easter egg. And then accessories. So this is gauge 1, so this will run outside. So let's see what there is there. I don't really want to know how much these cost. But saying that, if it's a good product, it's worth it. That's an interesting wagon. So a knife and a wagon, that's different. So what else is there? Train controls. Our specialist wagons for the year. Oil magazines. How to sign up. What everything means. And then we're at the end of the catalogue. So I'll press that button. So that should take you lot to that screen. Thank you for watching. It's been real nice. Nice way to spend a Saturday evening. I'll be back next Saturday. I'm not sure what I'm going to be looking at then. I'll keep an eye out for modern news. But I'm going to say good night to you all, and I really appreciate everyone still joining in. So it was a T gauge I had in for case to take on holiday, but the cruise was cancelled. So I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much.